Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am slightly late. I've been waiting for Lurkio getting up again, and he still hasn't got up, so it looks like he's getting his own breakfast this morning. So yes, I am a little slightly later than normal, but I've had a shower, I've had to take my tablets, put the washing machine on, etc. So I'm just waiting. Oh, we've got the one viewer. Hiya, morning, Vicky. How are you? Hope you're feeling a little bit better today. Oh, hiya, Marie. How are you? I have. I've had the washing machine on. I've been in the shower, not the bath this morning. Good morning. Morning.
Morning.
Oh, you don't sound a lot better.
No, not really, but I'm okay.
Wait, Joel's got internet. Hey.
That's right. I'm trying to get stupid phone to stay. It's been holding up my iPad this whole time, and all of a sudden now it's been choosing to be slippery.
At the most inopportune times.
Yeah, exactly. No, so how is your stomach feeling this morning?
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, Marie was sick. It sounds like everybody's sick at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. What it was, the redness. You know, the redness I'd said I'd got.
Right.
It's sort of gone a bit further, and I was getting worried. Anyway, I was speaking to Bella via Messenger, and I says to her, I says, I'm a little bit worried. I says, when I initially went to the doctors, well, to see the nurse actually on Monday, it was sort of just near, close, but it's like spread a bit further. Kept saying, oh, get it checked out. And at the time I was in your quiz.
Right.
Well, anyway, so she says, get doctors rung. So anyway, I rung them up. I says, can I have an emergency appointment? I says, I initially came on Monday. I says, the redness has spread a lot. So anyway, I went back up, seen the same nurse, and basically she brought the doctor in again, like she did on Monday. They were basically saying, well, we don't think you've got an infection, but that's why we gave you the antibiotics as a precaution. We don't think it's cellulitis. We think it's sort of just an after effect of the burn,
Right.
basically. So, hiya, Bella. Where have I? Oh, yes. And yes, Bella, I have got a dress on again for your benefit. This is the second one. So, but I'll reveal the question in a minute.
Yeah.
I think visual, that is probably Keith. Hiya, Dennis. So straight off the bat, we've got 12 viewers in. What is it? Is it a thing? Bella said I'm an imposter because I've got a dress. I've got a dress on again today. I had one on yesterday. So we've got the. I'll wait for Bella knows my opinion on this, and she knows what I'm going to say, right? So when I went to see the nurse, she changed the dressing. She put another one of these waterproof, proper burn pads on. But she gave me, well, she didn't give me, she hadn't sort of got them, but she gave me a prescription for 5 large pads, but just normal ones. So anyway, so she says something about, and I says, well, can I have them on? She says you can get them from the chemist. They're only 70p. So I says, can I have them on prescription? Yeah. So I says, she says, but they're only 70p to buy at chemist. I says, well, looked up. I says, I get my prescriptions for nothing. Why? And she put 5 on the prescription. Why pay for something that I don't have to? And she was right, snotty about it. Well, they only 70p. I says, yeah, but 5 of them is £3.50. We're a one-wage family. I says, why pay for something when I shouldn't have to?
Exactly. If it's covered, why not?
Tell her what she said about costing the NHS.
Oh, yeah. She says, you're costing the NHS £8.40. I went, no, I'm not costing the NHS £8.40 because I worked up until the year 2000. I've paid into the NHS. I've paid my national insurance.
Yeah.
So I was quite miffed about this.
She was.
Yeah. I were livid, actually. I says, well, look, I worked up until the year 2000. I paid into the system. And you're saying that I'm costing the NHS £8.40?
Sticky cow.
Wow.
Listen, let's say, for instance, I'd have gone and bought them from the chemist. If she said there was 70p, that would have cost me £3.50. Now, our prescription charges per item are £8.40.
Yeah.
This is what she was referring to as me costing the NHS £8.40. And I basically says, well, I don't give her stuff. I get, because I've got a lifelong condition, I get my prescriptions for free. And if I can get them on a prescription for free, I ain't going to pay £3.50.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the fact that you've paid into the whole thing too, that's like here, like we have the same thing. We pay into our pensions and everything else. And the minute you say you want something for free. Well, there's these people that don't work at all, and they expect us who work to pay for them to live. And
exactly, Vicky. I mean, as I say, up until the year 2000, I sometimes, with 3 kids, worked full time.
Yeah.
And she's sort of going off on one saying I'm costing NHS £8.50 or £8.40, whatever the,
Yes, I'm with you there, Joe.
Yep. Yeah, but what did she have to say after you said that? Anything?
She didn't. She says, "Oh, I understand what you're saying." I says, "Well, so long as we're clear on that one, you know what I mean? Why should I pay for something when we're a one-wage family when I don't have to?"
Yep.
But she'll being awfully snotty about it.
You wouldn't get it if you wasn't entitled to it.
No. But you see, we have got what we call. I have got a medical exemption certificate. And basically, it's just like a plastic card, and you renew it every 5 years. And because I take thyroxine, and it's a lifelong thing, I am exempt for life from paying for my prescriptions.
Yeah, and which you should be.
But she went on this rant about me costing NHS. I couldn't give a shit. I've paid into the system, so why shouldn't I get something back out of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's £3.50's worth of pads for a burn that I've got. So what do you want me to do? Leave it open to infection, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I mean, £3 is a lot of money when you don't have it.
Well, this is it. I mean, yesterday we didn't have it, so I could pay for it if I wanted to. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's how we are, Jeanette. It's the same thing.
Well, funny thing is, when I got to the chemist and I gave the prescription, and they didn't have them in stock, so I've still got to wait for them. But
Yeah.
How is it this morning, though? How is it? Is it spread anymore?
I've got like a little patch where it's been weeping a little bit, but the rednesses sort of don't seem as red, if you know what I mean. So it looks like it's sort of starting to
go down.
I mean, she were all, sweetness and light and everything when I went on Monday. It was the same nurse. But then when I says, put me on the prescription.
Yeah.
Exactly, Marie. Get the help you need.
Yeah, well, it's like here, I'm on assistance as well, and I get my prescription paid for free because of my disabilities and stuff like that. And it's like, a lot of people, like, the first thing they say is, "Oh, well, you know, you're making us who are working pay for you." No, I'm not. I've been working most of my life,
Exactly.
odd jobs and everything else. I think I'm just a little entitled, and I don't have any other choice, really.
And I look at it from this perspective as well. All them years that I've paid into the what we call national insurance, and I've never asked for anything back. I've only ever had, well, up until till I had my weight loss surgery, I'd only ever had 2 operations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you think I've paid all my working life into the system. I've only ever had 2 operations in my entire life.
Yep.
And then the first time I ask for something, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean? I cheery giggle. Sorry, I missed you. I was having a little bit of a rant. But yeah, it did, you know, and another thing as well, near the wound, a little bruise had appeared. And the doctor was there, and I says, "Oh, can I just ask a question?" I says, "That bruise wasn't there the other day." And I says, "I came to see that same nurse." I says, "She can vouch that bruise wasn't there the other day. You know, why is it like a little bruise?" And when we got home, Chris says, "I bet any money they're thinking to say, oh, you know, that's why she's got a burn on her tummy. He's probably done it to," you know what I mean? You know, you can see how the mind's working, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and I says to it, you know, I says, "I couldn't give a flying monkey what they think that bruise weren't there the other day. I have bumped myself, and I know you hadn't done it."
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you get that all the time. I mean, people don't see, with fibro particularly, people don't see it because you can't see it.
Yes.
You can't have it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they think it's all in your head. And like, I have fibromyalgia as well, and I have bursitis and stuff like that. And they think it's all in your head.
I woke up this morning 5:30. I woke myself up screaming because I turned over and it hurt so much.
Yeah.
My mom poked me the one day, and I yelled at her, and I didn't mean to because my mom doesn't know any better. She poked me in the leg, and I'm like, "Mom, don't touch me!" Like,
no, I know it's
well, that's it. And unless you suffer with it, Bella, people can't understand what it feels like, if you know what I mean.
When I have a bad flare up, Baz can't cuddle me or anything like that because I can't stand that anyone touching it. It hurts just to touch my arm or touch me at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I said a few years ago, a member of our family said to me, "Well, it's all right for you." He said, "You don't have to go to work." And I said, "Well, I tell you what, swap places with me for a day. Just for a day. Wake up in the morning feeling like I do." And they've just got no idea. They think, "Oh, you're getting the money, so you're all right."
I mean, sorry to interrupt you, Bella. I've often said that, Bella. You know, people sit here and they think, you know, she don't look like she's got anything wrong with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I often turn around and say the same thing. Live a day in my life, live a day in Bella's life, live a day in Night Owls or Ravens for that instant. You know what I mean? And then you know what real pain is.
That's what I mean. I've never had problems with actual medical people because once, you know, my examination's done, they just know, they see it and they say, "No, you're completely unfit for work." I don't have any problems with medical people at all. It's the problems I have is with like relations and friends who think that well, they're not friends, are they? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going back. Pixie's just said Jeanette suffers with pixie-itis.
Well, we've all got that after the weekends, Chris.
I think it's
probably why I woke up screaming this morning.
Seen him topless twice.
Oh my God, yeah, and a weekend with him.
There's no wonder she woke up screaming. Cheery says, what gets me riled up is when people easily rip off the system with ease, and the people that are honest genuinely need support.
Yes.
But yeah, I agree, totally agree, Cheery Giggles.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on what we in the UK called employment support allowance. It used to be called incapacity benefit. Now, I'm entitled to that because I worked, right?
Yeah.
So every 3 years, I have to go for an assessment. Now, this time, I didn't have to go for an assessment because of all the things that the doctor had put on the form, because they send a form to your doctors, and everything that they put on the form that was wrong with me, they rang up and said, look, you're genuine, you don't have to come for an assessment. Now, the year before that, well, 3 years previous to that, I had to go for an assessment. I walked in, I was only in there 5 minutes, and I sat down, and I was sort of saying, she was asking me questions about me, the things that were wrong with me, and I started crying. And I says, I feel like I'm being a burden to my husband because of everything that's wrong with me.
Yeah.
And I was crying, and she says, look, Duck, she says, don't say any more, we'll not go any further. I see a lot of people, and I can see that you're one of the genuine ones.
Yeah.
She says, so we don't need to carry on with this questioning, blah, blah, blah. 5 minutes I was in, and she says, you're one of the genuine ones. We don't need to go any further. We'll just, carry on for the next 3 years.
When they came round, because they came to my house to assess me from PIP.
Kate's in. Ooh, hiya, Bar McGrit's. Hi, Kate.
When they assessed me for PIP, because I was on DLA, and I had to be assessed to be changed over. And when they changed it over, the lady come round and she'd done the test that you do for fibromyalgia, which is pressure points.
Yeah.
And I was just crying because it was so, and she said to me, right, we're supposed to give you a few strength tests now. She said, but I'm not going to do it. She said, I can see you're hurting so much. She said, I can, she said, I can tell it's genuine. Because I was just crying, and she was only doing the pressure points,
Yeah. And same as going back to what Cheery Giggles has said, it gives us genuine people a bad name when you've got people that aren't genuine that are working the system.
Yeah.
And this might sound hard, but there's some people on this estate, and they smoke cannabis all the time, and they were taken away in the week. We saw them going. And the cops come round and they took out all these light machines and plants and everything else out the house. And, they claim because they're weak and they're not well and all the rest of it. But it's a con. You shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, in other words, Bella, they were growing it and selling it on.
Yeah.
And this is what makes me so mad about it. Hi, Emma. Sorry I missed you. Same as we're having a discussion the other day, and all these that are supposedly too ill to work and whatever have got they go away on abroad on holiday about 2-3 times. They've all got flash cars, and we ain't got none of that. So where are we going wrong? That's what I say.
I say exactly the same thing. I see the people doing this and going away a couple of times. I think, well, what do you do? I've only got average things that average people have, and there's sort of left to go on holiday.
Yeah.
How do you do it? I must be doing something wrong.
Yeah, and we say the exact same thing. I mean, and I it's on this about, Chris could easily finish work and claim carer's allowance. I could get his rent paid, blah, blah, blah. But Chris chooses to work because that's the sort of person he is.
Yeah.
And it'd drive him absolute nuts sitting at home doing nothing all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Kate just said we're paying people to sit on their arse and drink. That's exactly right. You know what? Like there's a family over here that really drives me nuts because they sit there. She went to like 7 different food banks saying, oh, I helped the neighborhood out and this and that and the other thing. So they helped her out and they gave her stuff. And you go into her basement, it's like a virtual freaking grocery store downstairs. And she's like, what she'll do to help people out is she'll take all the expired stuff or close to expired and give it out to everyone and keep all the good stuff for themselves. You know, my neighbor went to, like, we have a clothing one through the food bank. They give you a little ticket. You go up to the clothing place and you can pick out a few things there. Well, she went there with my friend, and she's stuffing a bag full of all this stuff. Oh, you can take as much as you want. No, you can't. You have a limit to certain things. She just thought because she was volunteering there, she could do whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
Well, needless to say, she's been fired, but I cannot condone someone who does that.
No.
That's, to me, that's just selfish, and they don't care. Yeah. It just drives me nuts. And they could work. Her husband could work. She can't. She has a lot of heart issues and stuff like that, but he can work, and he does nothing. He doesn't help her with anything. And it's like, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
No.
Well, you see, you've got people that know how to work the system, and such as those that don't, if you know what I mean. You know, Lucy wants to know what the question is. Well, top and bottom of it is, I went back to the doctors, and she wanted me to go to the chemist to buy some pads for the burn that I've got on my tummy. So I says, put it on a prescription. So basically, she were being a bit snotty, and I says, well, look, if I don't have to pay for my prescriptions, put them on. And she went on this rant about me costing the NHS £8.40. I said, well, we're a one-wage family. I'm not paying for something that I don't have to.
Yeah.
That's basically the question. Was I right in saying, well, look, I don't pay for my prescription. Why should I pay for something that I don't have to?
Exactly.
That's basically the question.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. You were absolutely right.
Yeah, exactly. You're in the right, you know. If you're covered, there's no reason you should have to pay.
That's basically the question. Was I right in saying, well, you put me on my prescription, I don't have to pay for my prescriptions, so why should I pay for something that I don't have to?
You were right. Exactly.
Right. And Lurkio's only just got up out of bed, and it's 22:11.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Yes, he is making his own breakfast.
For you.
So, but yeah. Same as I say, you know, Kate says, I have to say, over here in Belfast this year, they have spent the summer getting families to donate old school. You see, that's what Callum's school does. They put your toast in, mate. Yeah. The glasses is there.
Well, Callum's up.
And Barmagrit says, no, don't pay for it if you don't have to. Well, they were my sentiments exactly. Was I being, well, I weren't being nasty to her, but I'm standing up for my rights. It's all right, this bloody tag's doing me nothing. Why they put it there, I don't know.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
I like that dress. It's got a lovely top to it.
Yeah, it will say this is one I bought, I think, last year. I have got 5 altogether, but same as I say, Callum School does that. I mean, like, for the ones that are just sort of starting in September, if you've got any old uniforms, they ask you to donate it to the school. And they hold what they call like a mini jumble sale.
Yeah.
And they do pay a little bit towards it, but like families, you know, that are on a low income, etc., you know, they can buy them cheaper than what they are buying them brand new. If I come on the panel, my iPad will need earphones. Is my burn getting better? Well, I had to go. This is the reason I had to go back to the nurse yesterday. There's like a redness coming out of it, and I was worried because Pixie had cellulitis. Now, I didn't know whether it was infection or cellulitis, but the doctor reckons it's just sort of after effects from the burn. So I've just got to carry on till the antibiotics is finished.
She does look lovely, but I'm a bit sorry. I'm just looking at the thing.
Oops, stuff's falling off. All right. But you know, I was saying I spoke to you, Bella. I actually shown Bella it, and she says, "Get off to the doctors, ring them back up." So she's changed the dressing. I have got to go back again. She made me another appointment for Monday to check up on it and change the dressing again on Monday. But she gave me these things in case it was leaking badly, like it was the other day, just to be able to change it myself till I went back to see her on Monday.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you did go back in.
Well, what about the competition? I have come third 2 times in a row. It'll be Mensa next. I thought, oh my Lord.
Yeah, I know. It was funny. Well, because she did the fishing trivia, she came in third. And then yesterday she came in tied for third. So I was like, wow. And she says she doesn't know anything.
I don't know. You come in halfway through yesterday.
Yeah, that's okay.
Don't worry. There'll be another. The next 10, I'll know Neffel.
Well, tomorrow's is Father's Day trivia, and then Mondays is Mother's Day trivia. So,
what type of questions? Oh no, I'm cheating. No,
just kind of the history and stuff like that, and how do you say it? The history and just kind of traditions, stuff like that. Yeah.
I was going to say, don't ask me where my father is because I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. 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 I know. Well, that's why I said, if you want to message me, Bella, and tell me like some subjects that you know a lot about or something like that, I could do a beauty products one or something like that.
I
know.
No, I wouldn't. If you did a beauty products one, I wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't, because I'd come in, but I wouldn't participate because it's
no, she'd be texting me answers. No, I'm only joking.
Yeah, I know, it's okay.
I wouldn't do it.
I just thought I'd get that one in.
Well, that's all I know anything about.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like I said the other day, you know, like Nick's sent some questions to Vicky about reptiles and amphibians and whatever, and he says, I won't partake because he knows a lot about them. Right. And then I said, it'd be a good idea. Have you thought about like cooking, baking? I know you've sort of done something on them lines before.
Yeah.
But going back to that, Callum, are you going to check your toast? I printed some more recipes out yesterday.
Ooh.
Right. So this is. I'm not saying they're going to be. You know, I just printed it. We'll just go and spread it then. You can, Callum. Oh. Right. This one, it says chocolate crispy cakes. Right.
Ooh.
Use Mars bars and Rice Krispies. They're that simple. Yeah, they're that simple. The only ingredients are, it says 5 caramel nugget chocolate bars, such as Mars bars, chopped, butter and Rice Krispies, and plain chocolate. And plain chocolate is, you just drizzle it over the top. So they're quite simple to make. So that will one. That will one of them I found. What are you sitting down for? We'll bring it in here then, Callum, and I'll spread it.
I never print out
recipes. And then this one is especially nice. It is chocolate brownie meringue cake with raspberry cream. So it's like
I love raspberry.
So it's like a brownie based cake Okay then, Marie. It's a brownie base, and the topping is like a meringue, but in between you put like a raspberry, like a raspberry cream filling, I think. And it's whipping cream, icing, sugar, and raspberry. So that's basically all the filling is.
Yeah.
Right.
I never print out recipes unless we're thinking of building an extension on the back, which is all
Mary Giggles says say butter again. In Aussie, we say butter. Right. I need a knife, Callum. Coming to something when I've got to spread his toast. Right. This one is Nigella's Devil Food Cake. Sorry.
Ooh.
You know, but that's just the name of it. But that is quite Moorish by the looks of it. And then all right, most of these have got 2 pages, you see. So this one is called Velvet Chocolate Torte.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That is like another sort of very sweet one. And hang on a minute. This one is called Crisp Chocolate and Salted Peanut Tart.
Mm.
So that's more like the base is actually made with crisps.
Oh.
I found that unusual, and that's why I printed it off, because the base of the tart is actually made from crisps, or as you say, chips.
Wow.
And then the last but not least is a well-known one in the UK, carrot cake.
Oh, that's lovely.
Same here.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I thought, well, you know, I've never attempted to make it. I do like it myself, but I've never made it.
I love carrot cake.
And Lucy says she saw a recipe for Malteser millionaire shortcake yesterday.
Ooh.
So I ain't got the utensils to spread it with, Callum. Bought everything else in, but not bought me a knife or anything in.
Use your fingers.
It reckons he can't spread toast or anything, but he can if he wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you've actually got your milkshake then. He's managed to pour his milkshake out. See, he don't drink tea or coffee or anything, and so he has milkshake in the morning.
I'm sure he was drinking coffee when we were away.
He did, but he don't usually. I think they were a bit iffy about it, Bella. He don't usually, but because there weren't any milk, like normal milk or, you know, any juice or anything like that. It's on a needs must, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry for the crunchy sounds. But yeah, hang on a minute. Let me sort Mr. Toast out first, Lucy, and then I'll see if I can get you on the panel. But yeah, same as I say, normally, as a rule, and if we run out of milkshake, he'll drink milk.
Mm-hmm.
But because that wasn't normal milk in the hotel. You know,
if I have to go off, it's because I've got some shopping coming.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
So don't you normally have it on a Wednesday?
Yeah, I do normally have it on a Wednesday, and I wasn't going to do any shopping this week, but it's just a small one, you know. I call it top-up.
Like what we call a top-up.
Yeah, top-up, that's what I was going to say.
Like a top-up shop.
It's just a top-up. Things we're short of, you know, like salad and things you can't buy.
Yeah. It's sort of stuff that doesn't keep well.
Yeah. And the fruit is lasting in the fruit bowls just a couple of days. I had some tangerines and they've just gone horrible yesterday. I had to throw them all away.
Well, that's it, and it's apparently, according to the weather, it's gonna be in the 30s today.
Yeah.
And they've even said that tomorrow it's going to be 37.
I know. That's what they said here. Unbearable.
It's okay. Tony says he's sorry that he's missed a couple of my lives. It's it's not essential that you be here every morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I'm going to see if I've Chris has been using the laptop. If you just want to pop your email in again, Lucy, I will copy and paste it and I'll invite you on. Oh, Cherry Giggle says, have you heard about the most expensive coffee at Lizzie? Where the beans are pooped out of monkeys and I don't think I'd want to drink that coffee.
Yeah.
Not on your Nelly.
Yeah, exactly. I think I forget what it's called. It was actually in that movie with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. It's I forget what it's called now, but it's supposed to be like really good coffee, and I'm like, no thanks. Anything that's been pooped out of somebody else's butt.
I don't think that idea.
I've no idea.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
No. It is, yeah.
Mind you, my daughter can't make toffee. That tastes like it comes out of a monkey's bum. She can't make coffee. She can't make coffee at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Jerry Giggles has said, I can't, it's beyond disgusting. I can't believe, it's, I mean, I don't care how much money I'd got, I'd still not drink coffee that come out a monkey's bum.
Oh, no. These weird ideas people come out with, like drinking your own pee is supposed to be
Oh
my God. Madonna's supposed to do that, they reckon. Drink
but I mean,
who do that? That's the stuff your body gets out because it's not needed. What would you put it back in for? Oh, my Lord.
Well, it's all right. Tony's just said, why would someone dislike Jeanette's morning? It's some idiots out there. I don't care. I don't care whether it's a like, whether it's a dislike or what it is. I couldn't give a monkeys.
Yep.
Back to monkeys' bums again.
Yeah.
Oh,
I go a few without getting any, and then I get three, and then I just don't give a stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Equinox says it makes you wonder who came up with the idea in the first place. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I saw a thing online the other day. Who came up with the idea of how to milk a cow, and what were they thinking of at the time?
But don't let it worry anybody in the chat whether they've left me a dislike or a like. You're here. I'm grateful for everyone being
I didn't even see you there, Keith. I didn't see you, sweetheart.
Well, it goes to mix on a Thursday, and that is the Think Visual that was in earlier on.
Yeah.
And that's the guy that we're trying to fix up with Carolyn Want to Be Free.
Yeah. She's charging for her services, Jeanette.
But there was a stranger came in earlier on, so.
Was there?
Yes. So just saying.
Yep.
It doesn't go unnoticed.
Exactly.
No, Margaret says, if you don't like, if blah, blah, blah to Tony, but we know Tony wouldn't leave me a dislike. I do notice these things, and there was a stranger came in
Oh yeah, just a little
said
while
hello
ago.
and then never said no more, and then that's when the dislike appeared.
Yeah.
You know, just saying, whoever it is that's left the dislike, I'm not that thick.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not as thick as you think I am. Just saying. I might look dumb, but I'm not.
You don't look dumb. No.
I look dumb. See,
No,
no
you don't.
answer. No
Kira Giggle
answer.
says there's an actual restaurant where you can drink fresh. Why would you want to drink breast milk? It tastes horrible. Well,
Ew.
not to a baby, obviously, but I mean, you know.
Stitched.
Lucy,
Yeah.
if you want me to add you, it looks like Mr. P's been doing other things on the PC, you know, since I copy and pasted your email yesterday.
Yeah, that's it.
So if you want to come up on the panel, just pop your email in, Lucy, and I will remove it once I've copied and pasted it.
Oh, Dennis has got another film up. I'll have to watch
Yes,
that.
I did see it this morning, but because I've had things to do, I didn't actually get time. I always sort of watch afterwards, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I love his films. I love what he does.
Yeah, he's really talented.
I can't promote my own channel, and I'm not promoting. I just want to say, Dennis, I'm going to put a video up tonight about 10 o'clock. I want you to watch it, please. I'm not promoting.
She's not self-promoting.
I'm not promoting my own channel. It's just that I just particularly want Dennis to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet it is, Keith. I bet it is. And I need one of you guys, Jeanette, Keith, can we do a hangout this afternoon? So that, because I've said I will go live Saturday week. So
Yeah.
not this Saturday, Saturday after. So
Yeah.
I need you guys to help me, you know, what I'm going to do.
Okay then, Bella. What I've done, Lucy, I have sent it you via email because I put it in the Hangouts thing, and it's sort of because you've never, you know, you've been on before. It's so you, if you look in your emails, the link will come up in your emails. But yeah, just sort of, you know, message me a time, Bella, and we'll do a private hangouts.
The three of us, if I can get Keith to come on. Or...
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's his mates, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he's not going to be there all day, I don't think. So, yeah, I've sent it to your email, Lucy, so you should be able to pick the link up from him. You need up them out that basket upstairs. This bloody thing, it's ooh. It's all right, my tag keeps popping out.
Trying to cut it off.
But it were, you know, I mean, since we've lived here, I've never had a shower while we lived here because I like my baths. But obviously the nurse advised me on Monday not to have a soak in the bath. So, you know, I've sort of tried to wash, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But, you know, I thought, you know, my hair needed washing badly, and I thought, bugger it, I'll go in the shower.
Yeah, you mustn't submerge it in water.
Yeah, she said not to soak. You know, it is only waterproof to a certain extent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. About what time? Keith says about what time? What time's good for you?
Sorry, I can't even pull it out. I'm free anytime, Bella. You know, so it's basically down to Keith what time he's available. No, I didn't this morning, Keith, not just to rub down. I have sort of the rest of the week, and as Bella put it, and my mum used to say the same thing, and when Bella said it, just a strip wash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, I've been having like strip washers, you know, washing the essential parts.
Yeah.
But I needed to have a right good wash this morning, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I tried doing a live stream on Facebook yesterday. That convinced me I never want to do one on YouTube. We can actually do a live stream from your phone, but the only problem is, you know, you sort it. You can't invite anyone on. Keith said it should be home about 1.
All right, let Jeanette know, and then or me know, and we can. The 3 of us can go. Because don't ask me how 3 of us meet up together. Because I can't do the live on my own. I'm going to have a couple of people.
Hey, Lucy's here.
I think I've done something wrong.
Oh, why? You just got your picture.
Yeah, I didn't allow access to my camera.
Uh-oh.
How do I do that? Go to settings.
Yeah, you have to go into your settings.
The camera.
Hang on, I'll try and sort this out.
Okay.
Settings.
Basically, on my Hangouts box, there's like a thing where you can invite people, and then there's like mute your camera or mute your. I mean, you see if I do this, if I mute my camera, you can only hear my voice.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Keith's getting Chris what for? He says, "Where were you last night? I was waiting for you to go live."
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hi guys!
What's that noise?
That might be your headphones, Lucy. I don't know.
That's it now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's all like scratching and.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Have you done it? That's it.
Yeah.
Good, man.
Sorry, I'm a newbie.
Tony says, "I didn't know that, Jeanette. I don't really know this stuff, honestly, Tony." It's only sort of from doing regular, you know, coffee mornings, and you know, I mean, my first live stream was a total disaster.
So how do I get the chat up then?
Have you got a mobile? Are you on your iPad? Did you say?
Oh yeah.
So if you get your mobile phone, mute the sound on your phone, you'll be able to see the chat. You know what I mean? So anyway, nice to meet you, Lucy, and nice to have you on the panel. And we've got an all-lady panel this morning.
Woohoo! Yeah, boss man's off and doing whatever.
So going back to the prescription chat.
Yeah.
A couple of months ago, my partner suffers really badly with I've forgotten what it's called, athlete's foot.
Yeah.
And it got so bad that he had to get hospitalized because he went to the doctors for an ear infection, but didn't tell them that he had athlete's foot because he just assumed they'd look on the records. So he had antibiotics, but when you have antibiotics, it can only sort of fight one infection at a time. So he ended up spending like £100 on prescriptions that he just didn't need. And then he ended up getting hospitalised because he had sepsis A in his feet. It was like literally eating away at his feet.
Yeah, well, you see, going back to that as well, Lucy, 3 years ago, Pixie was admitted to the hospital because he had cellulitis like previous to that. And he had the sepsis and everything, and they put that down to athlete's foot.
Yeah, so not only did he have to pay for all his prescriptions, but I had to pay for my prescriptions as well. And it's never ending. So in my opinion, if you can get it on prescription and you don't have to pay for your prescriptions, then use the shit out of it.
Same as I say, you know, her thing to me was, you're costing the NHS £8.40. You know, so sue me. You know, I get my prescriptions. Why pay for something when I don't have to?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I suffer with depression and anxiety, and part of my anxiety is going into my local chemist and having to stand and wait there while all the druggies come in to get their methadone, because I'm terrified that they're going to stab me with a needle or something. So they get all their stuff for free.
Exactly.
Well, this is it. This is it. I mean, and you know, now you mention it. I mean, in our chemist, there's like a petitioned off area where they go into our chemist and they sit privately taking the. You know, if you take methadone, I mean, to me, I mean, this is not going back to the prescription, but if you're on methadone, you know, why should you sit behind a private door and take your methadone when everybody knows what you're going in there to do anyway?
Yeah, we have an actual place downtown that's an actual clinic that is just for them, which blows me away.
I know.
You know, and same as Lucy says, I mean, they you know, they get their methadone free. They just have to walk into a chemist. But a lot of them still do the heroin and everything, even though they do take methadone.
Yeah.
You know, and from my point of view, we know what you're in there for. I think everybody else knows what you're in there for. So why do it in private? You know, I know what everybody's entitled to the privacy. But what privacy do I get when I go in and I'm getting a bag full of medications, etc.?
Exactly. I'm just going back on the chat. Pixie's channel. It was a long weekend. I had to put up with Jeanette and Bella. So I'll have him when I see him.
Yes, I do, Nick.
Well, he has to put up with me all the time, Bella. So I mean, that's no good.
That's it.
Equinox says, do you have a German Shepherd by any chance, Lucy?
Yeah, I have a German Shepherd and a Czechoslovakian wolf dog who doesn't bark at all, but the German Shepherd has to protect the boundaries at all times. He saves me from that postman every day.
Yeah, so I was just going to say.
Keith says, so did I, Pixie, and that RLP. Oh, poor you, Keith.
Yeah, exactly. Keith, I tell you.
We've not said anything about them, Bella, having to put up with them lot.
Exactly.
You know, we've not said anything wrong about having to put up with them for the whole weekend.
We need a medal.
A gold one at that.
Oh my gosh.
But going back to that drug thing, I think, I know it sounds hard, and I'm not hard. I'm not a hard person. You know that, Jeanette. But that drug, that's self-inflicted.
Yeah, and to me, if anything, Bella, that is a drain on the NHS.
Yes,
not me.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that is a drain on the NHS. Not me asking for 5 gauze pads for my belly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I, you know, that just enraged me when she said that to me. It just enraged me.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, addiction is an illness. Don't get me wrong. And it is rubbish to have an addiction. But, you know, like you say, they have their own private area where they get, you know, cordoned off. They don't have to queue or anything.
Exactly, yeah. And they can go in at set times, just sit down, do what they've got to do and get, you know, the rest of us mere mortals have to sit and wait for prescriptions.
And again, like you say, they have to they air your dirty laundry. You're sitting in the queue, someone stood behind you. They can hear everything you're saying, and yet they get loads of privacy.
Yeah, it is.
I do agree totally that, you know, an addiction is an illness. I get that completely, Lucy. It's just that being treated the priority, that's what annoys me.
Yeah. No, that's exactly. I agree with you on that. Yeah. I just wanted to, you know.
But it's true. Yeah. It is. I understand that.
Chopper says I have an addiction. I'm Australian. But it's right. I mean, like us,
Yeah.
I went into the nurse. I got the third degree from the nurse because I asked for these £5 on a prescription because I get them for nothing.
Yeah. It's just,
You know?
yeah. Yeah, it's sad.
You know, and you sort of, I mean, I'm not saying they look down the nose at you, but same as I says to her, I says, look, Duck, we're a one-wage family. There's only my husband works, and he don't actually have to go to work because he could get carers allowance, etc. But he chooses to go to work. So we're a one-wage family. Why should I pay for something that I can get for nothing?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, she's there to treat you. She's not there to give you her opinion.
No.
Or judge me.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's not there to judge me. You know, I am entitled to say to her, well, I want them on prescription because I'm entitled to free prescriptions, you know. You know, and same as Lucy's just said, she's there to treat me, not to pass judgment on me.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. She's your doctor, not your budget analyst.
But yeah, I mean, you know, and it's, you know, same as you said, you know, like Chris doesn't get his prescriptions for nothing because he sort of just earns that bit too much to be able to get his prescriptions for nothing. If you know what I mean. It's like just over the boundary of the income for getting free prescriptions. Now, he has a cream called Zero Base, going back to the cellulitis. Now, he has to have that because it blistered. It were like somebody poured a boiling kettle down his leg, and Bella's seen it at the weekend, and that is like 3 years down the line. Now, he has to use the cream twice daily, at morning and at night, to keep his leg moisturised.
Yeah. I had to ask my doctor as well with my prescriptions if they could, like, because you have to pay for, like, if the doctor gives you a prescription, you've got 2 sets of pills on it, you still have to pay for 2 lots of prescriptions.
Yeah.
So I said to my doctor, like, you're only giving me a month's worth, and that's like nearly 20 quid a time. Can you, like, up my pills, the amount of pills that I'm getting, so that I don't have to pay so much every month? And she was like, yeah, so she gives me 2 months now. Well, that's still 20 quid sort of every 2 months.
Yeah.
You know? So
you see, I have to have thyroxine every day because I've got an underactive thyroid. Yeah. Now, that is one of the medical exemptions, because that is why I get exempt from paying my prescriptions. Otherwise, I'd be up the creek we had to paddle.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
and that,
it's not
and because
cheap to be ill.
Yeah, no. But you see that because I have to take thyroxine for the rest of my life, that is one of the you know, the conditions that is paying prescriptions, and I get it for life, you see. Hi, Michelle's colouring. Yeah. It says, yeah, that cream helps with the rash, Chris. But it's a necessity to him. Now, I don't know how much it is to buy in the chemist, but it is quite a big, you know, it's like a pump thing. And so, as I say, when he had the cellulitis, it blistered that bad. It was like, you know, it was really, really bad. And that helps his leg keep moisturised. It is just a moisturising cream. Now, luckily, one of those will probably last him 2 months, 3 months just a push. You know what I mean? And so, you know, but £8.40 is a lot per prescription, per item.
Yeah.
So,
my dad, like, even my dad pays for his, well, when he was paying for both him and my mom, it was $4 a prescription. And it's like, for senior citizens especially, and because my mom's condition, I would expect hers would be covered and everything else.
Yeah.
And it wasn't covered.
When you get to, I think it's 65, I think, in this country, once you get to a pension age, they get their prescriptions free anyway.
Yeah, see here they don't.
So our senior citizens do get their prescriptions once they get to like a pension age.
Yeah.
It's all right, I'm laughing at what Chopper's pumping it up.
So am I.
Won't help your muscles. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a good job. It is a big tub, and I don't know whether it'd be dearer to buy it, you know, over the counter at the chemist, because he's never asked, but he just orders his prescription because it is on repeat prescription, and it cost him £8.40. So I don't know how much, you know, that big size bottle would cost if you were to go and buy it in the chemist. It might be cheaper. I don't know.
Exactly.
But you know, I mean, like yesterday when we went in, he says, "Oh, while I'm here, I'll get some antihistamines." Now, if he were to have them on his prescription, it's £8.40 per item.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper to go and buy them over the counter. They were £2.99.
Oh, bother.
You know, so if he was to have them, it'd be costing him £8.40 for that one item. So they are cheaper to buy over the counter. But, you know, it is a big tub and everything. Well, it's not a tub, it's like a thing where pump action thing, and, you know.
We love a good pump action.
Right, listen, guys, I'm going because shopping's coming any minute, and I
Okay, yeah, thank you for coming on, Bella. And at about 1 o'clock.
About 1 o'clock, let me know. Give me some text or something.
Yeah, I'll send you a message on Messenger saying I'm just setting up a private hangouts, and we'll talk you through everything.
Okay. Yeah. See you later, girls.
Yeah, see you later, Bella. Bella. But at least, you know, same as I say, you know, I don't care what she thinks of me. You know, if I'm entitled to something, then I'm going to get it, you know.
Most, absolutely. Yep.
So Chopper's just saying bye, Bella.
I'd be tempted to put in a complaint about her.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, I'm a this way, Lucy. They all stick together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I made a complaint about it, you have to jump through all these hoops, blah, blah, blah. It's just not worth it to end at day. I looked at it this way. I gave her, you know, my peace of mind, and, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, is it worth it? I got my point across. I told her exactly what I thought.
Oh, okay.
You know, and ended up, she did give me the prescription. You know, job done as far as I'm concerned. It's not worth making a complaint. Now, if she'd have said something other than, you know, you do realise, you know, you're costing AHS £8.50. I've paid into the system long enough, so why shouldn't I? You know, that's sort of just my opinion.
If she had taken it further than what you had commented or answered or whatever, then I would have said something.
Yeah, I mean, I'd sort of, she has said, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then she says, because she did say something to the effect of, well, had it been paracetamol or ibuprofen, we don't give them out on prescription anymore, blah, blah, blah. I says, well, that's a good job then, because I don't take paracetamol. My stomach can't handle ibuprofen.
Yeah.
So there's not a problem there, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, you know, I'd sort of got an answer for every, you know, well, we don't do paracetamol and ibuprofen tablets, blah, 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 on prescription anymore. You have to buy them over the counter. I says, well, that's all right then, because I don't take either.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a problem there because I don't take them. So, but yeah, and Misha says, oh, they only 70p to buy from the chemist, but she sort of gave me 5. So in my mind, that's £3.50 that I hadn't got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of money when you don't have it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that had been the case, and I had to pay for them. You know, it had had to wait until today because we hadn't at the time we hadn't got the money.
Exactly. Yep.
You know, but yeah, you know, it's they're talking about
Drones.
Yeah, drones and.
Yeah.
Are you part of? Are you part of? I've actually got a Facebook group, Lucy.
Oh, have you?
Yes, it's called Jeanette's Community YouTube Plays on Facebook.
I will add you.
Yeah, so if you've sort of got any vlogs or anything out there or anything going on, sort of to do with YouTube and everything, you post your videos and everything in there. It might get you a few more supporters. It might, you know, get your videos.
Hang on a second.
Oh my gosh. Poor guy. Oh. It's actually cold here today. It's only 14 today.
Oh, the sun's out, and I've had put my washer on and everything, and
I'm cold.
is that? Oh, that I think that's the drone.
Yeah. Is it? Michelle said, "Sorry, Jeanette."
Oh,
yeah.
Gordon Bennett. Michelle says if she had to pay for hers, it'd be close to 300.
Yeah. Holy cow.
But
That's crazy.
It's a case of nowadays you have to save money where you can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Equinox has posted a link, Lucy, to the Facebook group in the chat. Basically, you have to sort of join, and then me and myself and my husband Pixie are the moderator. Well, we're the admins, and I've got quite a few moderators as well. So either one of those could accept you.
Yeah, I've just joined.
I think so. Well, I'll just go on and.
Whose fringe is that? Was that your fringe?
Fringe?
On the covered thing?
Yes, yeah. When I got black hair, I had it all cut off and everything at Christmas. I did have long black hair up until Christmas, and then I decided I wanted. I just
didn't recognise anyone.
Yes, that is me, and I have added you.
Cheers.
Yeah. So yes, that is me. But that was sort of took a while ago. I thought, well, it's just a face pic. It's enough so people can actually recognise me. You know, well, sort of.
Well, we recognize the smile, so that's what's important.
You know, and hi, Mary.
Mary's just said if I had to pay, my meds would be over 1,000 a month.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? You know, when for her to you know, say I'm costing the NHS £8.50. I mean, it were ridiculous. It were ridiculous, you know, thing to say.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know, as regards me costing it, you know, £8.40. What it's going back to what Lucy said. Look at the drug addicts that are going in for methadone. I don't know whether they go in daily, whether they go in how often. I mean, I don't really know. But you think what amount they cost in the NHS per month or per week or per year? You know, to what I'm asking for is just a drop in the ocean.
They don't just get the methadone though. They get like clean needles. They get like cleaning things to clean the needles. They get like
yeah. This is it.
So poor Lucy.
But you know, I mean, to make a remark like that, as I'm costing the NHS £8.50 or £8.40 or whatever, that was a ridiculous, you know, statement to make.
I find that's disgusting and disrespectful.
Yeah. So same as I say, but if I were to put a complaint in, Vicky, you know, you'd have to jump through hoops, and it's just not worth it at the end of the day.
Yeah, they all stick together, and yeah.
But we expected to be in the 30s, the temperature today, and it's going to be up to 37 tomorrow. That's the temperature it's expected to be tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's basically saying if it gets above 38, it is the hottest ever recorded in the UK. Because I think the highest it's ever been recorded is 38 point something. So if it does get over that temperature, it's going to be the hottest recorded temperature in the UK ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently you guys are having an unexpected heat wave right now, too, because you don't usually get heat waves like this.
No, we're not used to it. That's the thing, Vicky.
Yeah.
Not used to it at all.
Yeah.
Is it legal to be naked in your back garden?
It's not illegal if you're naked indoors, but I think so long as nobody can see you.
Yeah.
But if you're in your back garden and it's then closed back garden, I don't know. I don't know as the laws regarding that, but I do know it's not illegal to be indoors and naked. But you know, outdoors is a different thing altogether. I Paul, I a CCTV user.
Oh my God.
Did you a couple of weeks ago there was a policeman that got like jail time because when they were up in the helicopters he was like taking pictures of people in their back gardens?
Well, that don't surprise me. I mean, you know, that is highly illegal. I mean, you know, they're there to do a job and they're there to, you know, not to spy on people, let's say. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Sort of, I think the reason probably why he's been jailed is he was doing it for his own personal benefit.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Doctor says it's only illegal if you get caught. You see, I mean, in my instance, I couldn't go out naked because we've got houses behind us.
Yeah.
We've got houses to the back of us and houses to the front. So, you know, I couldn't possibly walk around naked, but, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick says, right, where's my drone?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. There's naked women in their backyard.
I mean, I can't understand the policeman doing it to his own gains, if you know what I mean. Yeah, if you're sort of doing a covert operation and you need to sort of take pictures aerially, you know, we're all well and good. But if he's taking pictures of people sunbathing, let's say, to his own gains, then yeah, it's
illegal.
Yeah.
No.
So you know, it's. But I mean, you know, I mean, I'll admit sometimes. I mean, like when I get out the bath, I walk to the bedroom naked, and you know. But you know, you can walk about your own house within your own house naked, and there's nothing they can do about it. If anybody sees you, they get an eyeful. You know, that's you know, sort of basically my outlook on it. You know, I'm in my own home walking about naked. Then if somebody knocks on the door and says, "Oh, we've had a complaint, you're walking about naked," well, they should be looking in first place.
Exactly.
And I hope they got an eyeful.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I am a big person. You know, I'm not ashamed of my body. You know, it's their problem if they've got a problem with it.
Give them a little wiggle.
Yeah, that's it.
How about these for a pair of Bristols? You know, if they want to perv on me, then all well and good. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I've not got a problem with it. You know.
Yeah. To each his own, right, Jeanette?
I'm walking about the way I was born, naked, you know. Deal with it, so to speak. Chopper says, my eyes, they burn. Yeah, well, I mean, my sentiments are, well, you shouldn't have been looking at it first place.
Exactly.
I don't really know what to say now.
Michelle says, if you've got it, flaunt it.
That's right.
The CCTV says, get your drones out.
Yeah. Do you see what Nick has put? He said, They would put me in the funny farm. Yeah. Oh man.
Now I know. Nick said, "Now I know why I need glasses." They say looking at nudes makes you go blind.
No, when you're doing a certain thing makes you go blind, Nick, not looking at nudes. Chopper said if I went naked in my backyard, somebody might call Greenpeace and tell them there's a beach whale in my backyard. But you know, I mean, to me, whether you're fat, whether you're thin, whether you know, be comfortable in your own body, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Oh God!
Jerry giggles. The Coffee Crew 12 months new calendar shoot. That would be interesting.
You can't find a mug big enough to cover up what I've got.
I'd have to have two of these great giant melons.
Me too.
Yeah. I think all three of us do. The
Women's Royal Volunteers where they did that thing, you know, and they got these cupcakes. I thought, well, that doesn't even cover half.
I was going to say, Jeanette, we'd need a month for each one. Okay. Here's Jeanette's left one in January. Jeanette's right one's in December.
Now, where would you put that lemon drizzle? That's a good question.
Not on my stomach, thank God.
Oh dear.
Sorry, Mrs. P had to.
No, it's the new shoot. You're only allowed a coffee cup. I don't think there's any coffee cup big enough. You know, you'd need one of these, you know, these things where you get your coffee out of. I need one of them either side.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say, we need something more than a freaking coffee mug.
I was going to say.
Yeah. I'm an H.
I mean, you've been using these, Vicky. I mean, they won't go very far.
Well, Jeanette, I'm an H. So what does that mean? Is there
Tony's saying that's a good idea. Coffee morning calendar for charity.
Yeah, there you go. We can do that.
A special made keg that looks like a coffee cup.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Just get jugs for your jugs.
I'm going to say that not completely nude because there'd be an eclipse if I went totally nude.
Oh, Jeanette.
No, the sun's gone in and, you know, everybody's gone blind.
Exactly.
I mean, that's say not that I'm ashamed of my body.
No.
So, you know, I have to protect my beer keg. She says, Cheery Giggle says, I'm sorry, I have an elaborate imagination.
It's all good, so do we. We're just not saying it all.
And Nick could do the photography so long as he closes his eyes.
Oh, yes. Yes, yeah.
Mary says, I'm a big girl who was left behind with a B cup.
Oh.
But
I don't even know what size I am, to be honest.
Well, I was a double D, but obviously I've lost the weight and everything. I still wear the same bra. What about the boys? Nick says I came. Oh dear.
You know what? You could get a picture of you in January, Jeanette, of you standing there and Pixie holding up each one of your melons over his shoulders.
Well, I mean, it's easy for the boys. They've just got get appropriate like coverage of, you know. I mean, it don't matter about them being topless because You
They
know.
could just have an espresso mug, couldn't they?
Oh, cappuccino.
And Nick says I'm game, and he says for taking the photos. That is. And I do appreciate you going up at 6 o'clock, Michelle, to come and watch the live.
Yeah.
You know, if anything, we have a right laugh. But yeah, I mean, on the coffee crew, there are quite a few, what shall we say, big ladies.
Yes.
I like food, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. We all do.
Yeah, Nick says, which is Equinox, saucer of milk for Lucy.
Meow.
Hey, that's an idea. I've got three pussies. I could put one on each.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Took her on side and Benny the other.
Oh my gosh. Choppers. I like my man boobs.
So you know, you get like boobs and pussies. You know, just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Cheery says very inventive, Jeanette.
Poor cats.
The only problem you get there is they wouldn't want to be there, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
So yeah, you know, the case of the matter is, I mean, you know, would there be a thing they'd be fighting to get away?
Yeah.
Michelle says, flip them over the shoulder.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you got a crane, Andy?
Yes, I was just gonna say.
Can you compose with your cocky cutters, Jeanette?
You need a forklift for each one.
Either that or a crane.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're moving on.
It's silly.
That recipe for the Malteser shortcake, millionaire shortcake, it sounded so sickly, but it was digestive biscuits and Maltesers with butter crushed up. So you put that as your base, then you get your caramel, then you get Malteser spread, and then Maltesers on top.
Oh,
wow!
Same as I say, one or two of the ones I've printed out do sound a little bit sickly because they're chocolatey, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think it's only like 5 calories though.
You done it tasteful, Jeanette, that you see in those calendars. Well, this is it. I mean, you know, it's caramel shortcake is the ultimate binge.
Yeah.
But you see, I did print a recipe out for millionaire shortbread, and that's sort of similar, but it's like a shortbread base, caramel, and then chocolate on the top.
Yeah.
But same as I say, I like to. I mean, I don't print. I mean, I don't make everything that I print out. It's just sort of, you know, I print these things out. They look nice, you know, obviously taste nice, but you know, I don't always make everything that I print out. It's just to give myself ideas or inspiration as to what to make or what people would like me to make.
Yeah.
Have you thought about posting the recipes in the? Well, yeah. I mean, I suppose I could do. You know, but you see, most of the recipes are like 2 pages. You know, it's sort of something not really I've thought about, but obviously when I do my vlogs, all the ingredients are there, the method, etc. You know, it's you know, something that you know I could do. You know. Some as I say, I've got tons and tons of recipes. I mean, I did one. I printed one out for hot cross buns. I never made them. Tea cakes, things. Yeah. So, or could just post the link, yeah. Something with ice cream in this weather. We see, I mean, obviously one of the all-time favourites is carrot cake, and I thought, well, I've not done it. It's something that I'd like to do, you know, and it's an idea, you know, it's a classic English recipe, carrot cake.
I love carrot cake. You know, it's funny though, the kids, instead of your traditional birthday cake out here, they always want carrot cake or ice cream cake, one of the two.
But you know, I mean, people, you know, think, and then they say, "Oh, you put carrots in it." You know, it's like when I did the pavlova white wine.
Yeah,
I'd never used that before.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to show CTT. That's the recipe I've printed off for the carrot cake.
Mm.
So you know. A pound and 3 ounces of carrots, so it is quite carroty as well.
Choppers, he never stops, eh? Oh boy.
See, my idea when I do the baking vlogs is I like to make things that are simple and not hard to make, that such as Lucy or Vicky or let's say Equinox and anybody can make. I like to do something that's not too complicated, but it's easy enough to make.
Well, there's the pot calling the kettle black there, Nick. If Choppers needs to go on the naughty stuff. Nick's come up with some pretty nasty things to say.
Have you ever made cakes with is it beetroot you can make?
Oh yeah, I've seen 1 or 2 recipes with beetroot. I mean, this all sort of unusual ingredients, you know, it's it's a case of you know, it's if you can bake, basically you can put your hand to anything. Yeah, pixie spoil. He knows.
Yeah, he is.
Well. And Nick says his seat's always warm on the nut.
Yep.
Right, I don't like to do things that are too complicated. Got too many things. You do this and then you do that, and then you know what I mean. I like to think that I can put recipes or vlogs out there that the average person can do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, like I think it was Gregory Johnson. I did the gooey butter cake, and he said he'd done it. It didn't turn out all that perfect first time, but he's made it again, and it turned out better. So it's something that I know people are commenting and saying, "Well, I've made it, and it were absolutely gorgeous." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try your lemon drizzle thing. I think I might try it this afternoon.
Yeah, don't drop it on your tummy, Lucy.
No.
That's the only precaution I'll tell you. Because see, what it was on a cooling rack, but you have to put the drizzle on while it's warm or hot, straight out the oven. Yeah. And the cooling rack just came towards me, and I obviously in my vlogs I sit down to do my vlogs, and it just came towards me, hit my tummy, and I sort of put my knee up to stop it, and I've got a red mark on my knee now. It's not so that was like a secondary thing. It never blistered or anything, but you know, it's. I mean, when you know how, it's easy enough to do. You know, and the drizzle bit is just let the lemon juice and caster sugar.
Yeah.
So it is quite easy to do.
Yeah, I don't know how though. You said if you know how, I don't know.
Okay.
Keith says, wow, someone else doing lemon drizzle. Can I be the official taster? Yes, Keith, if you want to go to Somerset.
Come on down. I don't know if Toby will let you in the door, though.
but yeah, it's you know, I mean, it's same as everybody. We're on the, it is very moist and it's very lemony. I mean, that's that's why it's called a lemon drizzle, basically.
Yeah.
But
I do like a moist lemon tasting cake.
yes. I mean, and as Bella would tell you, and Pixie and everybody, it is very moist.
Yeah. I hate that word.
Yeah, actually.
Nick says you'll wish you never said that, Lucy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And all I've got to say, Keith, is you're a traitor.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Can't taste anybody's lemon drizzle, but that's Pixie. I'll be right with you in a minute.
Yeah, it gets pretty weird on here. Yeah. I'm Australian, that's your excuse? Oh, okay. We'll go with that one, choppers. So hopefully everybody's doing good today. Mrs. P is on a phone call and Lucy goes to calm her dog. I don't bake much. My favorite thing to bake is a peppermint and candy cane and Nanaimo bars. Do you know, choppers? Most men do. I make a peppermint, or I call them candy cane and Nanaimo bars. I make those. Yeah, exactly. Good excuse, Keith. How you doing, Michelle? I haven't talked to you in a bit. Are you? You said, Michelle, that you're shutting down your Michelle's coloring vlogs. Okay, Lucy. It's up to you. I mean, I don't know. Message me on Instagram and let me know what you're gonna do. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Michelle. Yeah, you know what? Not everybody's gonna like everything we do, but I mean, I like your devotional one too. So, I think I supported that one as well. So, I'll be able to catch up with you on that one. Just been super busy on getting stuff in. That's right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? The thing is, I like how Bossman PR looks at it. He says whether you like it or whether you give it a thumbs down, it's still a view. I wouldn't let it get to you. I don't know. Jeanette's on the phone with Pixie, and Lucy's postman is there. So
he's just gone now.
Yeah, you gotta love it, eh? It's like dogs want to attack them as soon as they come to the door.
I know. They're fine. Like when the recycling people come, they're fine with them. It's just I think it's the red.
Yeah.
But we live in a cul-de-sac, so obviously I have to put up with them protecting the boundaries while the postman makes his way around.
Yeah. Here, at least, we have like the post boxes. Yeah. So I just have to go down and check mine, which is fine with me. And I only have cats anyway, so I'm good. They don't alert. They run away from whoever's at the door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it cold where you are?
Yeah, it's like 14 here right now. Yeah, it's getting closer. It said that it's going to be like 2021, which isn't bad. Like I can handle days like that. So, but yesterday it was over 100 degrees here yesterday, so it's quite hot.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's all you have to say, Michelle, is thanks for the view, because you know what? It's like they obviously have nothing better to do than come in and bother you. So I wouldn't let it bother you, because you're better than that. And I like your art. And Lucy, I don't know if you've checked out Michelle, but she's got some pretty wicked, like she's so talented with drawings.
I do go in and say hi on her channel, give her a thumbs up. I think I'm a mod actually on her channel. I know when I was in yesterday, she had a hater that said something pretty nasty, so I sorted him out.
Yeah, good.
But, yeah, I don't like these people have just got nothing better to do than to ruin someone else's happiness, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, at the end of the day, I know Michelle does like devotions and things on her channel, and I'm not religious, so
yeah,
we have different beliefs in that sort of area, but I'm not going to go and sort of give her hate for it. At the end of the day, she enjoys doing that. She enjoys her colouring. I've heard colouring is really sort of therapeutic anyway.
It is.
That's the thing. Positive.
You should try.
But yeah, I'm not going to sort of go out of my way to give her hate because she's got different beliefs than me. But obviously these people have got nothing better to do.
Yeah. Yeah. You see here, Keith, it's always hot when Vicky's in the stream.
I just told Chris that. I says, hey, up, I says, Keith's on form today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheery Giggle says, I don't worry about them in the slightest. Doesn't bother me. Yeah. Thumbs down me, thumbs up me. I couldn't give a monkeys.
Yeah. Bye, Tony. Take care.
Okay then, Tony. See you later.
Yeah.
Like I say, they've just got nothing better to do than ruin like other people's happiness. At the end of the day, we come here to sort of have a chat, catch up with each other, have a giggle, you know.
Yeah, if they don't. Yeah. Well, my perspective on this, Lucy, is, you know, it's a view. You've left me a thumbs down. Doors that way. Don't let, and as Ricky says, don't let the door hit you on the arse on the way out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's that simple.
Yeah.
You know, and I often say I'm not everybody's cup of tea. If you don't like me, then that's your prerogative, not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, my views and my thumbs up and everything says a different story, but you know, who am I to preach and, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it would be pretty boring if we were all the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can't all do what everybody else likes. I mean, people are going to like what you do, and people are going to hate what you do. You know, and you can't please everybody. If you live your life to please everybody, you're going to be very unhappy.
Yeah, just Chopper's rules has said we come here as friends and leave as family. And I often say, you know, you can choose your relatives, but you can't. You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your relatives. And I do everybody that comes in here as friends. They're here because they want to be here, and they enjoy, you know, the coffee morning. They enjoy the discussions. They enjoy the laughs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like what Chopper said. We come here as friends and we leave as family.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
If you're wondering, Michelle, Pixie's channel is my husband. And this is Lucy. Lucy Luxor. And she has joined the Facebook group as well. So everybody's welcomed, Lucy.
I bring a bit of class.
Oh, Deb's fighting words, man.
I have brushed my hair. I ain't got a bra on, but I'm
yeah, exactly.
I don't think I do bring the class.
And she's from Bristol.
Nick's sort of saying, you know, he asked a question, but you know, calling someone a bully is that no in.
Yeah.
Well, that's a matter of preference, Nick. Very classy in Bristol.
I beg to differ. I know a few people from Bristol. No, I'm just joking.
Excuse me, my father drives Jaguar.
That's it.
And we drive a Vauxhall Astra. Well, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Cherry says, funny fact, Jeanette. In the beginning, I thought Keith was your husband and Pixie was your brother.
Oh, no. No. Poor Jeanette, I don't think she'd be able to put up with Keith. Oh, sorry.
Definitely not. He's all right in small doses. Sorry, Keith. You're all right in small doses. I'm glad when you go home. No, I don't really mean it. I love
Yeah,
Keith.
he knows you're kidding. Yeah.
I'm only kidding, Keith.
Oh my god.
Put it this way, I feel sorry for Mrs. Eagle VP.
That's it. Well, it's funny though. Keith said a while ago, he says, I get that much abuse, and that's just from this community. Yeah. We like to rib Keith.
Wait, can I scroll back and ban him?
Yeah. I'll do it for you. Time out.
Pixie says, how's it going, sis?
Is he coming home for lunch today?
No, we didn't come home on a Thursday.
Did he remember his Hoover?
Yes, well after he'd knocked me up that morning. Went out through the door, and what he does is, because it's holidays, I have a bit of a lie-in. You know, and next minute I hears a knock at the door, and I thought, I bet he's forgot his bloody Hoover.
Is it a Henry?
Yes. Yes.
The Henry Hoover factory is about 10 minutes. Well, not even 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, the company that he works for don't use anything other than Henry.
Yeah. They're made down here. They're made down here in charge. Yeah. It's next to Tesco's.
But yes, I love it, Nick. But you see, after seeing the Henry in action, I mean, I've gotten upright, obviously, because you know. Pixie says we need a couple of free Henrys. Go pinch a few.
Tell me more about your upright.
But obviously, you know, the Henry isn't an upright Hoover. So, but having seen it in action, it is a good Hoover. And I did consider buying one.
Oh my gosh. That's the naughty step for choppers. That's it.
Yeah. He didn't know where to put himself. But yes, I mean, he's getting a little forgetful at the moment, Lucy, is Mr. Pixie.
Oh dear.
He went out flying the drone and left the drone here. Went out flying the drone and locked himself out the car. And then he went out to fly the drone a few weeks back and looked down and he'd still got his slippers on.
Oh, girl.
Lucy's got a dirty mind. I like her.
Here we go.
Yeah, Nick says, what do you expect? She's from Bristol. It's in the blood. Oh, man. She fits right in.
Yeah, she feels at home here on the coffee morning.
Well, that's another thing. I don't even like coffee. I
And he says, hey, those slippers were comfy.
That's it. Can't
it's
believe
old
you
age.
did
But funny thing is, Choppers is 9 years younger than me, so that's no excuse.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, he's 9 years and 2 months younger than me.
Woohoo.
My partner's
So,
16 years older.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nick says we don't need a lesson in dirty minds. You're right.
No, that's... Nick's got a mind of his own, and it's fairly dirty.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about the upright.
Where's Kate? She was on it. She was, but I think she said like the internet were buffering and everything. So I think that means the toy boy on the minimum wage. Go figure, lol. I'm not after his money.
Nope, that's right. It has to be love.
Yes, it definitely has to be.
You see what Chopper's put.
It's not his. It's not his dashing good looks and his wit and his memory, especially.
Oh, look, a squirrel.
He says I've got an active imagination, overactive.
Just a wee bit, Nick. Just a wee bit.
And he says he's willing to photograph us ladies in the buff. So figure that one out.
Yeah.
I'll brush my hair that day.
Yeah, exactly.
And Pixie says he's only got Henry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Has
dear.
it got 2 suction settings? High and low.
It could have suck and blow, Lucy.
Oh, Michelle says I have nobody.
Oh, you have us.
Yeah. Us,
I don't
us,
have anybody either.
yeah, us nutty lot. Sorry. It says, oh, yeah. Oh, Nick's home again. Off.
Oh, here we go. Nick's on a roll now.
Well, that picture that Ian sent us yesterday, Vicky. That was compared to some of the ones that he sent me and Chris last night.
Mm-hmm. He sent me a couple too.
Yeah. Chris said, tell him not to send me any more. He says I'll be scarred for life.
The last one I got was the Homer Simpson one.
Yes. Well, we got some more after that one, and they didn't get any better.
No.
You would need a wide-angle lens. What you tried to say, Chopper?
Oh, he doesn't have any hair. You'll need a one. He just meant to cover all the lady parts.
Oh. I'm letting myself here because of private joke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yes, we did get the Homer Simpson one, but we got a few more after that. And Chris says, stop. I'll be having nightmares tonight.
Trust me, I'm still having nightmares over that stupid exercise ball.
Oh, dear. But yeah, that was tame compared to some of the ones that he sent us last night. Honestly.
Yeah. He just... These are the things his friends send him, too. That's the hilarious part.
It says you'd be amazed some of the friends that I've got on Facebook and the things that they send. I didn't get that one, what Chris said. He went, no, don't say it.
Yeah, no, don't say it. Okay.
No, I'm not going to, that don't go any further, but, Chris will vouch for me, they weren't very nice.
No, they were very dirty pictures.
I don't understand choppers. My wife and I get up early, but I get out of bed an hour later.
Yep.
says, what? Says, was that the blue balls?
Oh my gosh. Oh, Nick.
No, no, that's not even real. That's not true. Nick, that is not true.
Well, you would be surprised at some of the things that folks do these days, Lucy. It don't surprise me in the very least.
I mean, people joke about it, but there's no way you can actually do it.
Yeah.
But
no,
you know, I mean, exhaust pipes and everything comes to mind when he said that. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
And
like
yes, I do understand what you're saying, Chris. And no, I'm not going to say it.
Oh.
It should be. I am up early, but wake up an hour later.
Oh, I hear what. Yeah. I understand what he's saying
Morning
now.
glory.
Yes. No, she's. Yep.
Got an Oasis fan in.
Yep. Yep.
It says later, I said to my mate in front of his lodger, I was thinking of buying a new Hoover and that I wanted one that had good suction. He didn't even bat an eyelid. And yes, he says it is a true story, Lucy.
No, it really can't. I want to believe it's not true.
Yeah, we don't need that visual, Nick. Thanks a lot.
I want to sleep tonight.
Well, that's what Pixie said after Ian sent us the pictures last night. He says, tell him no more. He says, I'll be having nightmares. I actually want to get to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
He says, no, that's Saturday morning.
Little baby Henry's running around.
Oh,
Pixie.
I can only imagine what the meetup was like.
Especially Saturday night when there were me, Bella, Random Life Productions, Keith, Chris, and poor old Callum.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
Pardon me.
I've just been sat there shaking my head, I think.
We had a lot of laughs.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be there in September. I'm still trying to figure out how to.
I mean, sort of, Bella decided she was going to do her very first live that night. And we was down in because they got a pizzeria and they got a restaurant. So we decided to go and eat in the pizzeria. But they got music booming out. And we all said, well, it's no good sort of trying to do a live stream with all the loud music and everything. So Keith says, using him as a lookout, bless him. So we all decided, Keith says, well, why don't you come up to my room? Now, because we got a family room, we was on the first floor. But Random Life Productions, Bella and Keith were all on level 7. So we all troops up to his room, set it up and everything. And after Bella had gone live, Keith got a phone call from the missus. So I said, well, if that had been me and I'd have been there and you've got everybody in your room, you'd have probably took it outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's there in the room, and she kept saying, what's everybody doing in your room? What why? I says, well, tell her it's all right, Keith, because Callum's here as well. Okay then, Dennis, see you later. But you know what I mean? It were all purely innocent. We'd done it basically because it were quieter in the room.
Yeah.
The fact that we're all there, but obviously from Keith's missus's point of view, because I felt like she had to know we're having a mass orgy, you know what I mean? That's just my sense of humour.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought, no, keep your mouth shut, Jeanette, it'll only give fuel for fire, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It were all purely innocent. Keith had invited us all up to the room, and you could see that we're on camera. We're all just having a laugh,
Did you think you were all just gonna like meet up, say hello to everyone, and then go back to your own rooms? Like,
yeah, exactly.
But, you know what I mean? As I say, it was purely innocent, you know, and everyone will vouch for the same thing. It was just convenience, if you know what I mean, that it were a lot quieter in the room. But the first question was, what's everybody doing in your room?
Yeah.
It was,
Having fun.
It was just one of them things, you know, Keith says, well, you know, everybody come back to my room. I mean, Gail, Bella, you know, Keith were off camera and me and Pixie were sat on the bed, and Callum. We're all sat on the bed.
Oh. Nope.
Oh dear. Even Chris is getting in on the joke now. Have I given car keys back after picking them out of the bowl? Well, there'd only be 2 sets of car keys. One's ours and one were Keith's.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Bella and Gail went on the train.
Oh, man.
Hi, a chaotic world. Nick says, shame we had to go back, but it's difficult with Mrs. Equinox work hours. Well, you see, basically next time, Nick, you'll have to, you know, same as we've said, we felt awful for Raven because she was staying in a different hotel. She was there by herself, all alone, and there were 6 of us all staying in the same hotel. And we said we felt sorry for Raven. Had she booked the same hotel as us, you know, we could have had a laugh and you know, we'd have all been in the same hotel. But, you know, I mean, like next time, I mean, obviously she'd be able to book it off or something, or, you know, just sort of plan it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got itches on my nose now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, the hoping so, Nick. Same as we said, there's but we are on about visiting Bella and Baz, and I looked it up last night. We're only about an hour and a half away from Bella.
Yeah.
So, and then Ian only lives about 10 minutes away from her, so we could sort of do like a mini meetup sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, but Baz wants to fly the drone. So, same as we've said, I mean, she's on about coming to us on the train. We're on about going and visiting her. It's only about an hour and a half away. Yeah. So,
and Pixie knows all the good areas to fly the drones. So.
Well, this is it. I mean, and if we let's say when we go up to where Bella lives, Ian knows that area as well. So, and you know, Baz.
Yeah. Did Raven not stay at the same B&B as you? No. Oh.
Well, what it was, she says she was getting the train, but she wanted to go up Friday because obviously her back condition. She wanted to be rested and everything. So basically, she booked the cheapest hotel, but I'd looked at that particular hotel and the reviews wasn't good.
Oh.
Now, basically, when we met up on Saturday, says, how was your night? She says, I had a terrible night. There were a couple in the room next door was arguing all night. He kept putting the stereo and the music on loud. She kept, and then they started arguing again. And she said they were like that most of the night.
Oh boy! Holy cow!
Nick's asking you, Lucy, are you blue or red?
I'm blue. I have to say I'm blue because yeah, I don't follow it, but yeah, I have to be Rovers. I can't say I'm City.
But you know, same as I say, we sat there Saturday night. We were having such a good laugh. We were having such a good time, and we felt sorry for Raven being in the hotel all by herself.
Yeah.
Blue equals poo.
Okay then, Cheery Giggles, thanks for coming in, and I'll see you on the next one. But
Bye,
yeah,
Cheery.
you know, the amount of laughs and everything that we had Saturday night. I mean, it would have been nice for her to been with us and been in the same hotel, you know, rather than sitting there all by herself and not knowing anybody, being, you know.
Yeah, she would have had a better time of it.
Yes, obviously. But
because Emily didn't stay, did she? She went home.
No, because Emily had got the bus, and she's sort of like a 50-minute journey, I think, on the bus, I think.
Yeah.
But same as I say, I mean, we did say, you know, how's the hotel? And she says, I had a terrible night, so I don't know, you know, whether she had a better night Saturday night or what. But it would have been nice for us all to be able to stay in the same hotel. We'd have had a laugh, you know, we just felt sorry for being on our own. Hi, Kenneth, how are you? But, you know, I mean, I'd sort of say to anybody that's on about coming to the next meetup, I would advise booking a hotel, you know, even if it's just for the only for the one night, you know.
Yeah. I have to find a good spot to, like, depending on where you guys plan it and everything else, I have to get somewhere like right in the middle so that I can see everybody, you know.
Well, you see, same as I said, Vicky. I mean, like, Sheffield train station is just down the road. I mean, like, you could spend like a couple of days in Sheffield and then get a train to, you know, if you want to visit Adam, or, you know, if you want to visit other people, you know, you can. I mean, like, we stayed in at Ibis budget hotel. You know, they're nice, they're clean, they're tidy, but you get what you pay for. We've just got a room, we got a shower, and we got a toilet. Very basic.
Takes you $500 a night in your house. Speaking of which, have you heard from Crimson lately?
No.
Okay.
No, because he's had a lot of crap hit the fan.
Yeah. Okay.
So no, I mean, normally he'll message me and, you know, this, that, and others going off, but I haven't heard him. I haven't heard from him in a few days, actually.
Yeah, I'll have to message him later.
Caracho. Hey, hello everyone.
Yeah.
So you know, does that include maid service? What is the book? It can be arranged.
Yeah.
Naked maid service.
Oh, you don't think it'll float, Choppers? Can we try it out?
Yeah, Callum does a good mate. He can't even look after himself, let alone look after anybody else.
He can't even butter his own toast.
No, he can be, but he just says he can't, just so I'll do it for him. Hi, Caroline.
My mum would say
that is
the dry toast.
That is the lady that is wanting an introduction to Think Visual, which is Keith's buddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes. How are you, Carolyn?
Nick says, laugh my arse off. I bet he looks very fetching in a pinny.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you know, the moans and the groans are free, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, do I have to? Oh my gosh. Whatever floats your boat, Nick. There you go.
Chris in the maid's dress, hell no.
Yeah, I think I'll find another hotel. No.
Oh dear. I bet now that's worrying. But I've always said, you know, I do say we have only got a spare room. We have only got a single bed in the spare room. So, you know, anybody's welcome to come and visit, you know, stayers are my sexy legs.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd have them running for hills.
Yeah.
Hi, Midnight Raven. How are you? We were actually just talking about the Midnight Raven, about you being, you know, in a different hotel to us, and if you'd have stopped in the same hotel as us, you'd have had a riot on Saturday night. Thank you, Nick.
I was just going to do that.
Oh, Nick's on the ball this morning.
Yeah. Well, how many people do you have to warn? Don't ask for support while you're in here. It's have a conversation, you know?
I mean, the amount of times that it's been said when people come here, we don't do the support for support thing.
Yeah.
We like people to interact with the chat. We like to make friends.
I think if you're going on to a stream that is specifically for that, then obviously it's fine.
Oh yeah.
But, like here, we're having a chat. It's nothing to do with that sort of community.
Yeah. And Nick said it's damn right rude, you know. But we had to ban a channel called Technical Channel because they never interacted with the chat. And if anybody came in, they were saying, I've supported you, please support back. They never said anything other than that.
Yeah.
We've said that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Pixie's just said we chat, not support for support. Yeah, and just if you chat and interact with the channel, people will support you anyway.
Yeah, it comes naturally.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not, you're not begging for it. And
yeah, exactly. And Nick said exactly the same thing. You will get support by participating.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. It's that thing though, where like the more active you are on other people's channels, it'll, like you say, it just happens naturally anyway.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But you know, I mean, the whole aim of this is for people to get to know one another, and you will gain support by being here, interacting with the chat, interacting with the other people. You know, you will gain support that way.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Chris has said, please support my channel. I'm what? 100,000 from my goal. Ha ha.
Yeah.
But you see, we same choppers. I mean, by actually coming here, interacting with the chat, you gain support anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and it's and another thing is as well, if they do sub for sub, it's very often them subs don't stop around. They come just for the support and then they go away, and more often than not, that's the last year of them, and it drops them. YouTube drops them anyway because they're not actively supporting your channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Will you just sit down? Sit down.
That's right.
Chill out.
And CCTV user says, I only come for the drizzle.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Techno too netty. Yeah, and it's right. They are dead subs because they only want your support, but then I bet any money, if you were to support them back, they unsubscribe from you later on.
Midnight Ravens just made me feel really hungry.
Subway.
We don't have that down here.
We've got one actually just down the road. Oh, Carolyn says she saved a turtle the other day, made a little video. Very bad camera work, cute turtle though.
Oh. Yeah, we don't have McDonald's, we don't have Subway, we don't have KFC. You have to like go like 8 or 10 miles out.
I was going to say we've got everything like that down the road. We've got KFC across from Asda. We've got a McDonald's. We've got a Subway. Did you make the cookies yet? Yes, I made them for the weekend meetup, Caroline. Okay then, Michelle. Thank you for joining us, and I shall probably see you again tomorrow morning. So yes, I've only ended up with the broken ones now.
Oh, well, that's great, Choppers. Oh.
Yeah, Equinox says he's got everything within walking distance as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're quite lucky in that respect. Same as I say, the Asda's just down the road. Across from that is the KFC. A bit further down the road from that, we've got McDonald's, and we've also got like a Subway a bit further down from the McDonald's as well. She says, "Darn, I missed it. That was so funny."
We do have a Domino's.
Well, that's good. See, then you're not completely out of the loop.
No.
That's
the one thing I miss about Bristol is that, like, everything's always open in Bristol. You can always get something, whereas down here, like, everything's shut by 10.
Yeah. The one thing I have to try, though, when I come out there, Jeanette, is a proper fish and chips.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I don't like fish, I like a good sausage.
Yeah. Polish or German?
British,
covered in batter.
Yeah.
Pixie says we have, but the car is faster.
Yeah.
It means, just down the road.
Oh, Vicky's buying. I hope so. I'm trying to save up enough money just to get there, Pixie. Never mind to eat.
The CCTV says nothing beats the chippy.
Yeah. Well, see, I seen BTD had it on his channel. Not on his channel. He did it on one of the create-a-thons where he had he bought a proper fish and chips, and he got the mushy peas with it too. And I'm like, I've never had all that. I want it.
But then he never ate it on camera.
Yeah, Pixie said, as regarding Lucy likes, he says battered and extra large.
Oh yes. And if they don't have an extra large, I get 2. 2 smaller ones.
Nick says you're a Bristol bird. It's the norm.
Yeah.
Hiya, James. How are you? What is a chippy? It's where you get fish and chips, Caroline. We go to what they call it. The correct name is a chip shop.
Yeah.
It's where you get battered fish and chips and mushy peas, as Vicky says. And
yes. Jeanette, I sent you a message, if that's okay. Anyways, you see what Pixie said about me? He says Vicky's just after a freebie, and I said, yeah, anytime I can get something for free is good. Oh, and Bristol women talk with their mouth full.
That is rude. That is rude.
Don't we all?
I'm blushing now.
Yeah. And basically, Caroline, our chips are what you call fries. So it's, it's a place where you can go buy fish and fries.
Yeah. Hey, I'm game. As long as you have a chair I can sit in, we're good.
I've got a pair of marigolds, Vicky.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And James is from America, and he says he loves fish and chips.
Yeah, I love it. But you know what, James? You're missing out because the fish and chips they have over in the UK is like twice the size, if not 3 times the size of what we get here.
And Carolyn says, oh, okay, that would be Long John Silver's here. Yeah, it's a place where you can buy what we call chips. I mean, what you call chips, we call crisps. But what you call fries, we call chips.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me. Can't you tell from Bristol she knew exactly what I was talking about?
Yeah. Now that he knows you're from Bristol, he's never going to let you live it down, Lucy.
I know. The thing is, I can't hide it because you can tell by my accent anyway.
Yeah.
Damn, that's 4 fish for me then, Vicky.
Yeah. Oh man.
You don't normally have fish. She has a battered sausage.
Well, I'm not even gonna.
Or a fish cake.
Yep.
But because
I love fish cakes.
But I mean, because we live in Yorkshire, a proper Yorkshire fish cake it's humongous.
Yeah.
Humongous.
Fish and chips taste better by the sea, though, don't they?
And out of paper. You know, you can't be eating your fish and chips after a paper wrapper.
Sorry.
But
yeah.
Thing is, Nick's proud of it, poor bugger.
Yeah.
And Carolyn says there are fish and chips also. I prefer Long John.
Yeah.
But I don't care where it is in the world, somewhere or other you've got fish and chip shops.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with the Americans. You eat biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, but I mean, their perception of a biscuit is like what we call a scone, isn't it? It's like a very soft. I don't know. Toby. It's not a biscuit as we call a biscuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not gravy. It's not gravy like beef gravy, is it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've heard of it and I've seen it, but I don't know whether it is actually proper gravy. I don't know. I mean, that's as bad as toasting your tea.
Ew.
I dip my toast in my tea. It's lovely.
Well, I mean, Carolyn might explain to us, like, you know, the biscuits and gravy thing. I mean, because Carolyn is American. Biscuits and sausage gravy, you see.
Yeah. Oh, choppers. I know, it never ends here, right? The boys are
rude.
Yeah.
Naughty. Yeah, she's definitely from Bristol. Our women are strange.
So I've just had a message from Bella, you know, about the hangouts and everything. She can't make it. She's got a few things to sort out. I'll explain to you later on.
Yeah.
Is it flour gravy?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Great Yarmouth chips off of the marketplace. You know, if we visit Great Yarmouth, you've got to go to the marketplace and have cheese and chips.
Yeah.
I like cheesy chips.
Yeah. It is a white gravy. She says, yummy. It's a white.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Bacon gravy.
Is that like our white sauce?
You see, I mean, like in respect to the biscuit, I think what actually they have with the gravy isn't actually what we class as a biscuit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it'd be like having like a sweet and savoury at the same time. I don't like to mix either. You know, you're either having something savoury or you're having something sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, see you later. And I wouldn't sort of admit to that to everybody, Pixie. You're supposed to be working.
Bye, Pixie.
You know what I mean? It's you know, gravy to me you put on your Sunday lunch, or you put on bangers and mash and things like that. You know, it's sort of the perception of what they class as a biscuit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to me, a biscuit is digestive or rich tea.
Yeah. I'll be right back, Jeanette.
Okay, then.
Mind you, I like a good custard cream. I'm not going to lie.
The bios, it's like a bread, not a sweet. It's like you're dipping bread in gravy. So that's the explanation now. Some as I say, I mean, what we perceive as biscuits to me is digestives or rich tea. But obviously the Americans have got different terminologies for different things. Well, we not posh, Nick, we have gravy.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't try and make out your posh, Nick. Bread and gravy is quite nice, actually.
Yeah, I mean, some as I say, he has dew on his meat. Oh. Toby says I still don't like the sound of bread and gravy. Well, I suppose if you're poor and you ain't got nothing else, bread and gravy will suffice.
Bread is really nice.
Yeah. Old school with a modern twist. That is James. He's from America. Gravy and roux are all the same thing, and that's what Nick's saying. If you're posh, you have, you know, the posh version, but we don't. We have the paupers version. You know.
Right, I'm to go because that tea has gone right through me. There'll be a puddle if I don't. So
okay, then it will lovely to have you on, Lucy.
I'll still be in the chat though if you're carrying on.
Oh, okay, then I will carry on for a little bit longer.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, see you later, Lucy. So I'm here talking to myself. I'm posh as you like, Lucy. Yes, we do have mint sauce, James, and Pixie. Pixie does like mint sauce, whether it be pork, chicken, whatever. He always likes mint sauce on his Sunday dinner. But I've found since I've had the surgery that it is a bit too sweet for me. So I do have it every now and again. Chopper says I'm too poor to be posh. So, yes, of course, Carolyn. I mean, it's a bit late in the day, but I'm sure we could do it like one Thursday when Keith is at his mates that wants an introduction to you. So, so we could arrange that. We could arrange for you to come up on the panel and Keith's friend as well. So that is something that we can very easily organise. So mint sauce is not a gravy, it's like a dressing, let's say, because like on pork you're supposed to have applesauce. It's sort of like a side thing that goes or accompanies certain meats. So I'm trying to explain what mint sauce is to James.
Okay, yeah.
Well, mint sauce is actually supposed to be for lamb, but I don't like lamb, so we don't buy it because to me lamb is a bit too on the greasy fatty side for me. Yes, it's a condiment. Yeah, it's what the class as a condiment. I mean, it's like applesauce. People like, I mean, my mum always used to insist on having applesauce when she had any pork. Now to me, to have something sweet like that on side of my plate with Sunday dinner, I mean, you know, to me, I wouldn't entertain it. But you know, that was something that my mum liked. So I mean, I used to get a jar specially, and it was still there next time she came. You know what I mean? Because we never touched it.
Yeah.
Lamb is for rich people. Well, same as I say, I mean, it's like beef and anything else. I mean, prices are jumping up. Yeah, I understand. But what I'm saying is, Carolyn, is you know, we can bring you up onto the panel, and we can also bring Keith's friend Mick up onto the panel as well. You know, and do a little bit of an introduction.
Yeah.
Cranberry jelly with chicken. We see at Christmas when we have turkey, Chris likes cranberry, but there again, I don't like cranberry either.
I don't like cranberry very much at all. No. But I mean, it's good for you in the long run. But
Nick said pork used to be cheap, but that's it. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, Nick. You know, meat is that expensive. I mean, and saying like lamb's expensive, it's just as expensive to buy pork, chicken, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, applesauce and pork do go well together. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Chopper's Rule says lamb. I'm sorry, I can't eat that. Anything that cute and woolly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say the same for pigs, you know. I mean, in some respects, you look at a piglet and think, well, one day that's going to be on somebody's plate. You know, it's all about the perception of things. You know what I mean? Yeah, we do as well, Carolyn. I only buy cranberry sauce at Christmas when we have turkey.
Yeah, or Thanksgiving here.
Too much information, Nick. We didn't really want to know that. It says I need to get Chase sat in my boxes.
Well, at least we know whether it's boxers or briefs now.
Well, that's it. And Lucy says roast potatoes are the best. You see, when we have roast potatoes, which it isn't all that often, I make my own. I boil some potatoes, put them on a baking sheet, sprinkle them with a little bit of salt if I've got salt, and then put them in the oven, and they make absolutely gorgeous roast potatoes.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Reviews are too hot for clothes, let it all hang out.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Good to know, Nick. Good to know.
Do they have kids' lips on them or hearts? I don't understand that one, Carolyn, at the moment. Yes, they're calling tomorrow Fairness Friday. Going to be a hot one.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be exactly where I am today.
Bye, Nick. I think what Carolyn meant to say was, do they have kissy lips on them or hearts on his boxes?
Oh, on his box. Yeah, I get it now. It the penny didn't drop. Yeah, on the boxes.
I had to read it 2 or 3 times.
And Chopper says, I'll be right back. I bet he's going to get more coffee. But yes, going back to what CCTV uses, they did say it's going to be 37, might even get into 38, 39. So,
wow. I should see what they're going to call ours on Friday. It's only 14 here right now, which is why I'm cold. But Friday is supposed to be 25. Today's supposed to be 27. That's it. So it's.
I mean, it just goes to show even Japan are getting the exceptionally warm weather.
Yep. They're getting it pretty bad too.
Yeah.
And they never usually do.
Well, this is the thing. We're not used to this warm weather either. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, we're not used to it either.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why us Brits don't have. Well, some people have aircon. But this is why usually us Brits don't have the aircon, because there's no necessity to use it normally.
Yeah.
Oh, Caroline says it's in the 90s there as well.
Oh boy.
You know, it's you know, it's a case of where. I mean, how long we had this weather for? It must be at least 4 or 5 weeks.
I was just going to say that it's been almost a month.
Yeah, and we've had no rain to speak of. You know what I mean? And that's why all the grass is drying up. It's all going brown because we're not used to the warm weather.
Yeah, was it you had that one day that was like a few hours of rain and then it stopped?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, when all's said and done, I mean, they keep saying that we're going to have thunderstorms, and they've predicted thunderstorms for tomorrow evening. But we've never had a thunderstorm in all this hot weather up to present.
Yeah, I'd be very scared if a thunderstorm happened now. It might light something on fire.
You know what I mean? It don't bother me, the thundering and lightning. It's just the fact that when you get thundering and lightning, it tends to clear the humidity out of the air.
Yeah.
But we've had nothing. We've had a little bit of rain, but nothing to speak of, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, here we've had about the same thing. It's been nothing but hot, hot, hot. And even yesterday they had a heat warning out here. And I said to my dad, he had to go see my mom. The day before yesterday was even worse than yesterday. And I said, no, you better not go anywhere. So he didn't. He stayed home. On Tuesday, he stayed home. It was almost over 40 here.
Oh,
and it's never usually that bad.
But yeah, it's when you're not used to it, that's the worst thing about it. When you're not used to it, you know. And I mean, I hate going out in the hot weather anyway. Obviously, I had to go to the doctors, and I was sweating buckets when I came back.
Yeah, farmers have been hurt hard. Yeah, absolutely.
If I was to visit the UK for the first time, where would you choose? Well, I mean, it all depends, Carolyn. If you like the crowds and the hustle and bustle, London, which is the capital of the UK, but it does get very busy, very crowded. And if you like sort of places like that, the hustle and bustle, but if you were to want the countryside and scenery, I mean, you know, there's lots to choose from in the UK as regards like the countryside. You've got the coastal towns, you've got the seaside towns, you know. CCTV user says Scotland or London, no crowds. Yeah, and CCTV says Scotland. It is very rural, it's very scenic. It does tend not to be as hot in Scotland as what it is for the rest of the UK. But even they're getting the heat and humidity. Is that to swap places with the missus?
Yep.
You know, but it's a case of, you know, what would you prefer? Would you prefer the scenery, you know, the country, you know, mountains, Scotland's ideal for mountains, but then you've got sort of like got the coastal towns and whatever, you know, like the seaside resorts. So, you know, there's quite a, you know, Wales is nice for the scenery as well.
Yeah.
You know, Wales is nice for the countryside, for the scenery, etc.
Yeah. Well, it's like I want to go to Sussex near Hastings.
Yeah.
Because that's where that castle is that I was telling you about.
Yeah. Well, so as I say, I mean, you know, I could always like look on Google Maps or whatever, see how far it is from wherever you're based or whatever, things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Carolyn says Scotland sounds good. My ancestry is Scots-Irish.
Ooh, there's a temper for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I mean, if you wanted to trace your ancestors, I mean, Scotland is ideal by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a bit of Irish English in us, so.
Yeah. CCTV user says lots of Americans go to Edinburgh. Oh, James says it's near Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Lake District. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be going on for much longer because it is nearly 1 o'clock. So I've got to go and get some lunch very soon. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the coffee morning. I do have to go and get the lunch, plus a few other things to catch up on. So I'm going to shut it down, guys. I'm sorry for the 10 viewers or anybody that's late to the coffee morning. But I want to thank Lucy for coming on the panel for the first time, Vicky and Bella, and everyone that, you know, everyone that's come in the chat. And I'll be here the same time tomorrow or whenever, you know. I might be slightly late. It is the school holidays, so I have been having a little bit of a lying. Yeah, hopefully, same as I say, what with the heat and humidity CCTV users is absolutely pooped when he gets in from work. So he's not felt like it. He's, you know, he's just wanted to sit back, relax, you know, and put his feet up. So, you know, I'll mention it to him and he might go live. I'm not promising. So I'll see everyone in the morning, and thank you for joining me. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.